Hi there. As I record this episode on Sunday afternoon, it is 104 degrees outside. And it's early enough in the afternoon that I don't think it's done getting hot. So, anyway, stay cool wherever you are. Let's hop into this episode now. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for August 19th. August 19th is the 231st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 232nd in leap years, with 134 days remaining to the end of the year. August 19th is National Aviation Day to celebrate the development of aviation. This date was set by Franklin D. Roosevelt, and this particular date was chosen as it is Orville Wright's birthday. National Aviation Day has been recognized since 1939. National Aviation Day. August 19th is also World Humanitarian Day, designated by the United Nations General Assembly. World Humanitarian Day is an international day dedicated to recognize humanitarian personnel and those who have died working for humanitarian causes. World Humanitarian Day occurs every August 19th since 2009. World Humanitarian Day. I believe we've talked before about the full moons throughout the year, their names, and why they are so named. August's full moon is named after North America's largest fish, the sturgeon, because of the large number of sturgeon fish that were seen in America's Great Lakes this time of year. Sturgeon can live as long as 55 to 150 years and grow to a length of 6 feet or 2 meters and can weigh around 200 pounds or 90 kilos. That's some solid-built big fish right there. Other names for the August full moon might be the grain moon, the corn moon, the lynx moon, or the lightning moon. In 2004, the sturgeon moon occurs at 1:25 p.m., right here where I am in Fort Worth. The time and exact date for you may vary a bit according to your local time. Sturgeon moon. Today's word is pangram. Pangram is a noun, also known as a holoalphabetic sentence. Pangram is a sentence that uses every letter of the alphabet at least once. For example, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is a popular and well-known pangram. Short pangrams are difficult to compose and may sound stilted. With longer pangrams, one may more easily relay a clever, humorous, or thoughtful idea. A perfect pangram uses each letter of the alphabet and may be considered an anagram of the alphabet. These typically use abbreviations or other non-dictionary words, or words so obscure that they're difficult to make sense of. The word pangram is a combination of the Greek parts pan, which means all, every, whole, or all-inclusive, and gram, which means that which is written or marked. First known use of the word pangram is 1873. Pangram. The word pangram was suggested by YouTube viewer at DJ Alexer. Thanks, DJ. And if you have a word you'd like us to check out in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, sure enough, this is the birthday of Orville Wright, born August 19th, 1871 in Dayton, Ohio. We often hear about the Wright brothers, both of them, so it feels a little odd talking about one brother at a time. But this is Orville's birthday, so that's who we're going to talk about today, mostly. I will make a note to give Wilbur equal time when his birthday comes around. Orville is the younger of the two by about 4.5 years, plus or minus. Their dad was a bishop and traveled a good bit, and the Wrights moved often. One time, the boy's father brought home a toy helicopter based on an invention of a French aeronautical pioneer. This toy helicopter was made of paper, bamboo, and cork with a rubber band to twirl its rotor. The boys played with this toy helicopter until it broke and then built their own. They would later credit this experience with sparking their interest in flying. The boys were great tinkerers. Wilbur helped Orville build a printing press, so Orville dropped out of high school after his junior year to start a printing business. They published a couple of weekly papers and even tried their hand at a daily paper, but only did that for about 4 months. Later on, they became interested in bicycles and opened a bicycle sales and repair shop. Still and always interested in flight and flying, the deaths of Otto Lilienthal and Percy Pilcher in glider crashes convinced the Wright brothers that the ability to control the flying machine was the key to what was called the flying problem. Their experiences with bicycles convinced them that such control was possible. They observed the way birds altered the angle of their wingtips in flight, and they built a small wind tunnel in their shop to test various wing shapes. They chose the location of their test flight, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, for its regular breezes and soft, sandy landing surface. We could go on for hours here, but let's get back to today's event, which is the birthday of Orville Wright. Orville Wright passed in January of 1948 at the age of 76. Orville Wright. This is the birthday of Eugene Wesley Roddenberry Sr., born August 19, 1921 in El Paso, Texas. Best known for creating the science fiction franchise Star Trek, he also wrote scripts for the TV shows Highway Patrol, Have Gun Will Travel, and others, and also produced his own television series, The Lieutenant. Gene Roddenberry became the first TV writer to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and has been inducted into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame and the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Gene Roddenberry lived to the age of 70. This is the birthday of singer-songwriter and actor Johnny Nash, born August 19, 1940 in Houston, Texas. He performed and worked in the musical genre of traditional pop and reggae, and his career in music spanned over 60 years. I didn't know this, but Johnny Nash sang the theme song to the syndicated animated cartoon series The Mighty Hercules, which ran on various television stations from 1963 to 1966. I did find a link to that, and there's a link to that clip in the description. Johnny Nash passed in October of 2020 at the age of 80. Johnny Nash. Now we have a playlist of episodes for this day in history, as well as a playlist of single subjects called How About That? And words of the day in a playlist called There's a Word for That, and I'll leave links to those playlists for you. Today's song is I Could See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash. Written, performed, and produced by Johnny Nash, this one was released in 1972 as the lead single from his 12th album of the same name. I Can See Clearly Now hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the Cashbox charts and in Canada and South Africa, and has been covered by quite a few artists, with dozens of references and mentions in other popular culture. Nice song. I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash. Link in the description. Well, I hit a few bumps, but I think overall it went well. So we'll get this put together and get it published and scheduled for release at the usual time, 8 o'clock in the morning. All righty. Have a wonderful day. Stay cool. 105 degrees in the time it took me to read this. Holy cow. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. Okay. Definitely gonna edit this one. Until I cut my hair. Daily publications are more work than you think they'll be. Handy landing surface, that should be looping is what that should be doing. Let's go back and do that again. All righty. We'll roll on into the outro, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.